Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be talking about what I do with the photos that I print. Yes, we are still doing printed photos. Yes, printed photos are so very important. If you haven't seen the episode where I talk about how I choose which photos I print, I will post that above and below, so go check that out. But yes, printed photos are still a thing. I got out my printed photos, the box that I keep them in, to record this YouTube video. I'm gonna be showing you what it looks like, and I couldn't help but get the photos out and look through them. And even though only a few years have passed, I enjoyed that so much. I can only imagine how much my boys are going to enjoy going through this exact shoebox. Like I said, I'll be showing you that soon. But if we haven't met yet, hi, I'm Kayla Brent. I'm a motherhood photographer and founder of Mom Photography School, where I teach moms how to take gorgeous everyday photos of their family. And I preach getting your photos printed, because our digital files are not going to be around a generation from now. We need to get them printed in some form or fashion, whether that be in albums, get them printed for your walls, or just have loose prints. There's something really beautiful about having loose prints. But say, okay, you've decided, I've convinced you, yay, let's print some photos and have loose prints. What are we gonna do with them? Let me know in the comments below if you print your photos, and if you do, what do you do with them? I would love to hear. And if you haven't already, give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Okay, let's go ahead and jump into it. One of my favorite ways to display or to store my printed photos is by putting them in a beautiful glass box, in which I display on my shelf, on our bookshelf at home. And I actually moved it just for this video in here. You can see it back here. I'm gonna grab it so I can show it to y'all. I love this little glass box. I got it off of Amazon. I will link it below. It is glass. It's not kid friendly, but it holds these prints so beautifully of my boys. So I printed all of Wisdom's photos through the years, some of my favorite of his for his birthday party. I also have a video on how I threw that photo themed birthday party, but all the prints from the birthday party I put together and I put in this box here, and they are on display in our home. Now, like I said, this is glass. The whole box is glass. So it's not something, if you do have young kids around, that you want to put on a coffee table, because it will definitely get broken. But it's so beautiful, and it looks really good on our shelf or somewhere that little hands can't reach. You can even make this go the extra mile by putting a ribbon in here, and so you can take the ribbon and pull it out. I haven't done that yet, but I do plan to do that at some point, because I think that'll just be an extra beautiful touch, and then you can see it through the glass on the shelf. So I like to print my photos through chapbooks because I really love their paper, and I love that they are square. So the glass box that I have, of course, is square with it. It's actually a inch all the way around bigger. They have a glass box that is the exact size of these prints, but I was afraid to order it because I figured that if it was the exact size, it might be really hard to get in and out. And I'm so glad I did, because this inch gives enough room that I can get them out really easily, and it just looks really nice. So I love it. So this is, I believe, a 6" by 6" box, because the chapbooks print are 5 inches by 5 inches. So that is my favorite way of storing and displaying my printed photos. Now, another way, and this is probably the most common way to store printed photos, is in a shoebox. Now, I don't have mine in an actual shoebox, but it kind of is like a shoebox. True story here, I dropped this whenever I put it in my car. I have these stored in my son's room and I dropped it. But here is the little plastic container I have here. If you see dirt on it, it's because I dropped it on a day in the grass when it's raining, but because I didn't latch the side. But I really, really like this. There's no hard rules on what I do personally for prints. I print some of my favorite photos. Again, I have a YouTube video on how I choose which photos I do print, and then I just put them in the shoebox. I've ordered, you see those orange here, I've ordered from Shutterfly. It's really easy to order from them. It's very cost effective. And then I just throw them in here. And then later down the road, I will look at them, go through them. Another thing that I keep in here as well are invitations from birthday parties, Christmas cards, those kinds of things. I have those in here too. So I do not overly organize these. This is not something I stress out. This is the last thing I do and probably the least amount of effort of something that I do, but it is still important. And the reason why I don't put a whole lot of time and effort into this is because I do a family album every single year, which is organized chronologically, and I do month books because those are super easy to do. Month books are from Chatbooks. They are super easy to make, and you can get 20% off by using code Kayla20. This is more of something that I keep that is just something that's nostalgic for me and for my boys and for generations to come. As a little girl, I absolutely loved going through my parents' shoebox of photos, and that was an actual shoebox, by the way. I loved that, and there was something so beautiful and fun about that, just spreading them all out. I didn't have to be too terribly careful because they weren't in albums, they were just loose prints, and that was fun for me. So I want to have that for my boys and for generations to come, and just another way to back up photos and to have them. So there you have it. That is what I do with my printed photos. Again, let me know in the comments, do you print your photos? And if you do, let me know what you do with them. I'm very just throw them in the box, forget about them, and find them years to come and enjoy them. I have other things that are more organized and more orderly, but there is, like I said, something so much fun about just spreading out photos and looking at them and just starting conversations with your kids and your family. It is a lot of fun and brings so much joy. And of course, my favorite is displaying them in the glass box on the shelf. Of course, it doesn't have to be a glass box. It can be any kind of box that you put the prints in, and you can see them on the shelf or on the coffee table. I hope this was helpful, and I can't wait to see you in the next video. Bye, friends.